welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're setting out on a bit of a mission, really.
That's right.
It promises to be, well, a catalyst for speaking English more confidently.
Mm-hmm.
You've given us some fantastic sources, and they're just packed with practical tips.
Yeah, really practical stuff.
And some surprisingly deep insights, too, about getting past those common hurdles and making, real progress. Doesn't matter if you're just starting or you've been at it for years.
And our job here, our mission for this deep dive, is to pull out the absolute best bits, the real nuggets of wisdom from these sources.
Right.
We want to guide you, not just so you understand about speaking confidently, but so you can actually do it. It's about kind of rewiring your approach.
Okay.
And what's really striking is this core idea, learning English. It doesn't have to be this huge struggle it sometimes feels like.
Yeah.
With the right mindset, the right actions, fluency, it can happen way faster than you probably think.
Okay, so let's unpack this right away. There's this common thing, right? So many of us understand English pretty well when we read or listen.
Mm-hmm. Passive skills.
Exactly. But then when it's time to actually speak, your mind just freezes.
Yeah, the dreaded
A
switch.
switch flips off. But the sources, they say something kind of surprising here. English isn't impossible, not inherently.
Right.
The real barrier. It's less about how complex the language is and more about consistency and courage, not perfection.
And that's such a crucial point from the material. The root issue, often it isn't even your actual English level.
Right.
It's this deep-seated fear of mistakes. And this is where the sources offer a really helpful way to reframe it.
Okay.
They basically say mistakes aren't just, normal. They're actually necessary for learning. They act like feedback for your brain.
Ah, okay, like data points.
Exactly. Think about it. You make a mistake, you notice it, maybe correct it. You're actively trimming the wrong connections in your brain and strengthening the right ones. It's way better than just passively memorizing stuff. It's kind of like how a child learns to talk. Or, the sources use this great analogy, imagine a baby learning to walk.
Right.
They fall many times but never give up. Every single fall gives them information for the next try.
That baby analogy is so good, isn't it? Makes you wonder why we adults kind of lose that fearlessness sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, for now, let's really try and internalize this phrase. I am learning. Mistakes help me improve.
Yes, that's the mantra.
And building on that, this idea of mindset,
Mm.
this is where it gets really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
The sources suggest our beliefs actually physically shape how we learn. If you're constantly thinking, oh, English is so hard,
Yeah.
your brain kind of resists it, makes it harder.
Sputs up barriers.
But if you can genuinely flip that, believe it's achievable, that positive loop actually speeds things up. It's basic cognitive stuff, really.
And, connecting that to the bigger picture is positive mindset. It naturally leads to what you need to do, which is the need to make English part of your daily life, not just study it sometimes.
Right, not just textbook time.
Exactly. The material really hammers this home. True immersion, even if you're not in an English-speaking country, means listening, thinking, and speaking English every day.
Okay.
That steady, multi-pronged approach is what really starts to rewire things upstairs.
Yeah. It's about making that conscious choice to just, surround yourself with English.
Mm-hmm. Be intentional.
And the sources give some great concrete examples, stuff we might overlook. Change your phone language to English.
Simple. Right.
Watch English videos, listen to English songs. The more you hear it, the more your brain just sort of absorbs it, and it gets easier.
Totally. Passive learning adds up.
And that internal self-talk we mentioned. Super important here, too. Instead of that default, my English is bad.
Which is so unhelpful.
Right. Consciously switch it. I'm improving every day. And that's not just being optimistic. It's like active brain training.
It really is. You're reinforcing progress.
So, okay, we're embracing mistakes. We're trying to get the right mindset. But how do we actually, start doing this stuff without feeling totally overwhelmed?
Good question.
And that's where this really powerful idea of thinking in English comes in, even if you don't live where English is spoken daily.
Yeah, and the sources offer really simple, almost deceptively simple starting points for this.
Like what?
Just start with basic internal thoughts. Narrate your actions. I'm drinking coffee. Or look outside. It's sunny today. It might feel a bit weird at first, maybe even silly.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But the research is clear. It becomes natural over time. What you're doing, essentially, is bypassing the translation step in your head.
Ah, okay.
Building direct links between ideas and English words makes speaking later much quicker, more automatic.
And building on that internal thought process, another really great low-pressure strategy is talking to yourself in English.
Yes, out loud.
You could do it in the mirror, right?
Yeah.
Say things like, what should I eat today? Or, okay, I need to go to the market.
Mm-hmm.
This is brilliant because you build confidence, you get used to the sound of your own voice speaking English, and it really chips away at that fear of speaking out loud.
Yeah.
You're practicing, but like with zero audience pressure.
Zero judgment.
Yeah.
And another really clever, practical, super low-stress method from the sources, labeling things in English.
Sticky notes.
Exactly. Grab some sticky notes, slap them on things around your house, fridge, chair, window.
Yeah, simple.
But the key is, say the word out loud when you see the note.
Oh, okay. Actively engage.
Yeah. It cements the word, strengthens that direct object word link, gets your brain ready to recall it faster, all without any performance anxiety.
Okay, now let's tackle something huge. This trap that just paralyzes so many people.
Mm-hmm. I know where you're going.
Waiting for perfect grammar or perfect pronunciation or having this huge vocabulary before you even try to speak a full sentence.
Yeah, the waiting game.
And the sources, they're super direct about this. They say, this is wrong, just flat out.
It really raises the question, though, why is that approach so bad?
Good point. What's the thinking?
Well, the rationale is clear. Speak first and fix mistakes later. It's kind of like, well, you need to build the house before you worry about the perfect paint color, okay?
I'd say, interesting analogy.
By speaking, even imperfectly, you're actively using the language. You're creating a framework. Then you can refine it. Waiting for some mythical, perfect foundation, it just doesn't work.
Right.
It's exactly like kids learning their first language. They talk, they make tons of mistakes, they don't study grammar books before they start babbling. They learn by talking.
So the key takeaway here is embrace simplicity.
Definitely. The sources really push this. Use simple sentences
Right.
like, I am eating,
Yeah.
or she is going to work. Basic stuff. And the advice is repeat them often.
Okay.
Get them so ingrained they just pop out naturally without thinking. That frees up your brain for more complex stuff later. And you can build on that by practicing daily life conversations, even if it's only in your head at first.
All right, internal practice again.
Yeah. Think through your whole routine. Waking up, breakfast, commute, work, talking to friends, but narrate it all internally in English.
Give me an example for the morning.
Sure. You wake up, you think, good morning, I feel fresh today. Or, okay, I will brush my teeth now.
Yeah.
You're training your brain to process your own life through an English lens.
That's a brilliant way to weave it in, making everyday moments practice time.
Exactly.
And then you graduate to practicing real conversations, right? Even if it's just you, alone, maybe in front of the mirror again.
Yeah, role-playing works.
Like, hi, how are you today? Oh, I'm feeling good. Or just commenting on things. This tea smells good.
The sources even tell a story about someone feeling silly talking to their reflection, but finding it incredibly liberating after just a few tries. And hey, if you have family or friends who are game, try super simple chats with them. Did you sleep well? Little things.
Absolutely. And the sources really encourage you to speak in different situations. Don't just practice at home.
Right, take it out into the world. Yeah. Ordering food, chatting with a friend, asking for something in a shop. And the key insight here isn't just speaking, but consciously repeating sentences out loud sometimes, maybe quietly to yourself first, to get the rhythm and sound more natural. It's like muscle memory for your mouth.
Okay, this is all great advice, but this brings up a really important question. What about the common problems? The things that still trip us up, even when we know these strategies? How do we actively troubleshoot those, based on what the sources say?
That's crucial. Knowing isn't always doing.
Exactly. Listing tips is one thing, but really nailing down the troubleshooting, that makes it stick.
Right. So our sources offer a really systematic and frankly empowering way to look at common speaking problems and solutions.
Okay, let's hear them.
Problem number 1, that persistent fear of mistakes. The solution. Non-negotiable. Keep speaking.
Just push through.
Yes. Remember, they're data, not failures. Problem 2, bad pronunciation.
Big one for many people.
Huge. The advice is layered. First, actively listen to native speakers' movies, songs, podcasts. Pay attention to the music of the language, the intonation, the rhythm.
Not just the words.
Exactly. Then, when you speak, slow down. Speak clearly, and this is a key, record yourself. Compare how you sound to native speakers. That active listening and self-correction, vital.
Okay, makes sense. What else?
Problem 3, just no practice, not doing it enough.
The consistency issue again.
Yep. The advice is blunt. Commit to speaking at least 15 minutes every single day, minimum.
15 minutes, doable.
And finally, problem 4. Translating everything from your native language in your head first.
Oh yeah, that internal translator working overtime.
Right. It slows you down massively. The breakthrough solution. Force yourself. Think directly in English. Start small. Naming objects. Phone. Making tiny direct sentences. I need water. You have to actively bypass that translation step. Okay, so let's pull all these amazing strategies together. The sources actually give us a really clear, actionable daily plan to think in English.
Oh, fantastic. A schedule.
Pretty much. So, morning. Wake up, start naming things around you in English. Just look around, name objects.
Kickstarts the English brain.
Exactly. Afternoon. Shift gears slightly. Start thinking in simple sentences about what you're doing, what's happening around you.
Okay.
Evening. Immerse yourself. Watch or listen to some English content. Movie, show, podcast, music. Let the sounds, the patterns just wash over you.
Passive absorption.
Right. And then, night, before bed, spend 5 or 10 minutes talking to yourself, out loud, ideally. Review your day, plan tomorrow, whatever, but do it in English.
Wow, that's actually really comprehensive, but broken down into manageable chunks.
It is. Each part builds on the last.
And what's so brilliant about this daily plan is how it creates this, continuous loop all day long.
Constant low-level engagement.
By doing this every day, consistently, the sources promise that thinking in English will feel natural. It's not magic, it's practice. It really underlines that ultimate promise. English fluency is possible. It's achievable. Don't let fear stop you.
Yeah.
It really feels less like aiming for some distant finish line.
Right.
And more about just building this steady, brave daily habit. So as we kind of wrap up this deep dive, the main takeaway feels incredibly clear.
Yeah.
This journey to speaking English confidently, it's way less about chasing some impossible ideal of perfection and much more about consistent, courageous practice. Every single mistake you make, it's not a failure. It's actually a vital piece of information, a step forward.
That's absolutely right. It just hammers home the power of that consistency, that daily immersion. You have to remember, every mistake is a step forward. Just keep practicing, keep showing up. And soon, you will speak with confidence. Your brain is literally waiting for you to rewire it.
Okay, so considering all these really practical, brain-changing strategies we've unpacked, here's something for you to think about. What's one specific daily habit from this deep dive, maybe one you kind of brushed off before? What's the one thing you'll commit to starting today, right now, to make English feel more integrated, less scary, just part of your life?
You can do it.